I remember getting a drum and 2-stick as a Christmas present. And it's so that I went to this boys' school named Alpha Boys School in Kingston. And I used to admire the musicians playing music. But most of all, there was a trombone player in Jamaica named Don Drummond. They say he was rated about 3rd best in the world in his time. And he always playing his music, and I went to the nun one day and tell her that I would like to play music like those boys and thing. And she said, really? I said, yeah. And next day she take me and introduced me to the band. So I joined the band, and I was about 14, 15. One of my friends in the band used to give me his trumpet, you know, and I take the trumpet and I start playing. But I just not play, really blow, you know. And I produce a note and him say, Frankie, you must join the band, man. You will learn to play the trumpet. She goes away. Frankie!
I know. They wanna leave me when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Then after I leave school, I got a job in a club. So I went to rehearsal today and put my little thing together, you know. When I went home, my stepfather said to me, Frankie, what's happening? What are you doing later? I say I'm going to get a job in a club. So he said, which club is that? I say, Paradise Club. He said, no way you're going there. He said, it's a whorehouse. You ain't going those places. So I was a bit disappointed. Not a bit, I was most disappointed.
Because you couldn't go, or because it was a whorehouse?
Because I couldn't go. There was a band in Greenwich Farm named Soul Syndicate. So I went there, start playing, start getting better. So Baba Brooks hear about this young trumpet player. So when he came now and he heard me and he said, yeah man, I'm ready for you now. But I tell him that I didn't ready for him. I'm moving. I joined the army playing music, but they take in the army at the age of 18. But they shot a trumpet player so bad that they took me in at 17 plus. So from there I play. I do music for 6 years. But first you're a soldier. Second a musician. Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, Tchaikovsky, John Philip Sousa, waltzes, marches, selections, overtures, solos.
Why was that? Was that your parents' influence?
No, from Alpha Boys School.
Oh.
And then joined the army, the 1st Battalion Jamaica Regiment, HQ Company. And you had to do all these governmental functions and private functions.
Oh.
They would give the bandmaster a list of songs they want from Beethoven or whatever.
Wow.
Beethoven Fifth was one of my favorite.
On trumpet?
Yeah. But as a trumpet solo, I used to love Carnival of Venice, and Trumpet Concerto.
Amazing.
I don't know if I still remember any of it. Like,
yeah.
Anyway, I But there's a name that I haven't called yet, which is vitally important in my musical career. A guy named Nathan Brackenridge. He's the only trumpet player that I know that is a Jamaica gold medalist trumpet player in the festival. But he's more classical. I'm more pop and jazz, you know. So when we were in the military, you know, if you have a job classical to do and you can't make it, you just bring the music and say, Frankie, and you know it will be executed properly. And he taught me a whole lot. And there was a thing on the trumpet named triple tonguing and double tonguing, and he tried to show me, and for years I've been trying to practice this thing and just can't get it. And one day I was in the band room playing, and the band master was looking for the Sergeant Bratridge, because he was a sergeant in the military. So he pushed the door and said, Sergeant Bratridge, and when he looked, he realized it's me who playing. He said, he couldn't say anything else. He said, Frank, continue practice. But I realized that outside he heard the sound of the sergeant. But when he came in, he realized it was me. But I didn't get swayed. I just knew that I was stepping up the ladder. I realized that like how Beethoven and Mozart and these guys used to feel when they are conducting an orchestra and a violin player over there make a wrong note. They behave so bad, you know. So I start to feel that now. And cause sometimes when I'm playing my trumpet, there's a burning sensation in my heart, but I know it's the love that I have for music or the passion is inside. And I would play one song 5 different times, and it's 5 different songs, 5 different feelings. It depends on the mood you're in at the time.
Time, well, I'm a capturer, soul adventurer.
Before that, when I was in the army, the director of the musical director, which was Ted Wade, was an English man, and he used to do some arrangement for Byron Lee. So I don't know, he probably see me as a promising trumpet player, so he used to hire me to go and do lots of recordings with them, you know. So when they really need a trumpet player now, I was out of the army now. So he come and let me know. So I went. This was about late 74 or 75. So I joined Byron Lee band, and it's a band that is like it's a happy family. It's not like it's a happy family. So even Billy Ocean offered me a job to come with his band. Eddie Grant offered me a job. But I didn't ready to leave the family as yet.
No.
And in one carnival we were coming from Trinidad at the airport. So Eddie Grant and Billy Ocean was running me down for my autograph, and people were running them down for their autograph. So the fella said, "Frankie, you're a superstar, man." I said, "I don't know about star, I know about playing music." Recently, Dave Brubeck had died, and I have one of his songs that I always play.
Take 5.
So, I was up by Sharila and a guest came over and he said, Dave Brubeck had died day before yesterday, and I would love if you guys could play tapes. So when I play the song and take a solo. Oh man, he came over and he hugged me up and he said, "That's a very, very good rendition of Take 5." But I did it in reggae. So I call it Take 4 instead of Take 5.
What's different about music scene today versus when you were younger? Is it better today, or is it different?
Oh,
or
no, hell no. You see this dancehall music thing? It cuts away the instrumentation of the music, the real music. Everything is computerized. People want to hear real musicians execute music.
yeah,
You understand? And a lot of these bands, if you notice coming out of the jungle, they hardly have horn players. So that make it struggling for the horn player who can't get a job. They would prefer to use 2 or 3 keyboard players. And the keyboard substitute the horns, but it can play something sounding like horn, but it's not, you can't get the real sound out of the keyboard. But some artists still maintain the real, like Bonavera. You understand?
Yeah.
When Gregory was alive, we keep it still horn players. They always have 3 horn players. Yeah.
Singing and you want it. 5 to 10. Every little thing is gonna be alright.
Chill and still going with my music, have my music in my head. And there are lots of bands in Negril that I play with, you know, actually all of them.
so
At some times in my life.
so these days you kind of just freelance with your music, or are you hooked up? You have regular gigs?
Well, you see, the band business here in Negril is different. It's not like even in Kingston, say you're playing with Bob Marley's band and you have a main act. Here is one night for the week you play at Roots Bamboo. That can't make you survive. So you got to play here. This and people always want a better sets of musicians. So sometimes you get a good amount of jobs. Sometimes it's just skill. But I would pass and hear bands playing, and I just take my trumpet and go and play for the fun of it. And for the love of music. Because for me, it's only God I love more than music. So for me, it's God first, then music, then everything else in the world come beyond that. The woman, the glamour, the money.
And if you want me to love you, baby, I will.
You see, the money you make now is just for your survival. Eating food, paying rent, get some sharp clothes.
It's the same thing all over the world with
I
music.
know.
People don't respect music. They don't pay them what they deserve.
That is it too, you know. And you know, if you're weak in your mind, you will get frustrated.
But you stick to it no matter what, because
Yeah, I still stick with it. I tell people when I stop playing music, life leaves the body.
very nice.
Give me flex in a seat. Give me cards and for flex.